Hi, it's Randy Wicker. I'm at the Rainbow Book Fair here, and I'm here to talk to this gentleman.
My name is Wolfgang Busch. I represent Art from the Heart Films, which is we produce historic art documentaries about the LGBT community. The first release was called How Do I Look?, which represents the Harlem houseball community and is a follow-up in sequel to the film Paris is Burning. And the second documentary we are releasing right now is called Flow Affair, which is about the flagging community and fanning community. And both documentaries represent the art form of flagging and voguing, which originated in the gay community.
Okay, now you've created these documentaries. Are they going to be shown in film festivals around?
How Do I Look won a humanitarian award at the Berlin Diaspora Film Festival and won Best Documentary. And Flow Affair has been shown only in Brazil, in Sao Paulo Mixed Film Festival, and will be shown next month at the Berlin Film Festival also, yes.
You were shown at the Mixed Film Festival, Mix 24 here in New York?
Mix Brazil. It's Mix Brazil in Sao Paulo. It's not the New York Festival. It's in Brazil.
Because I was very involved with Mix and I didn't see you there. And are these in PAL? Are these DVDs playable in is it not PAL?
It's NSN. What is it?
NTS. Whatever
okay.
It is.
The films are in NTSC. And for film festivals, I also have them in PAL.
And how much do these cost?
I sell them here for $10. They're also available on the at Amazon to either download or purchase the DVD. And also, I would like to mention Flow Affair. On the CD soundtrack, we are blessed to have Melba Moore providing us with music for the film. She's a Tony Award winner. And also Melissa Morgan contributed music to the soundtrack. And it's really a blessing to have artists like this to support our community.
And what is the one book I see?
The book is about the highlights because I'm an activist. I'm a gay artistic activist. And I've been involved in the gay community for 25 years, and I see the need of an artistic infrastructure because of the exploitation of our talents in the community. So there is no infrastructure, so I started to use the DVDs as a tool to open up doors and start building the infrastructure so we can empower us as a community.
So you're located in New York or in Berlin?
I'm located in Astoria, Queens.
Well, then you're actually local.
How
did you get the award in Germany?
Submitted through the to the festivals and word of mouth. I don't have any budgets for promotion, and so everything is really word of mouth.
Yeah, I've been working on a film about Marsha B. Johnson, which is a documentary, and we've just started. We had a premiere at the IFC.
Nice.
And I might want to talk to you at some time about the intricacies of that. But meanwhile, I want to buy one of each of your DVDs, and I can put this on YouTube.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Thank you. My personal information here, there's a voguing ball coming up when?
There's a voguing ball the last Saturday. I'm not sure. It's March. Let me just start over again. Do you know what the...
This is just for my information.
It's the awards ball. It's in Brooklyn at a place called The Lab.
And it's the last weekend of March?
Last weekend in March.
Called The Lab?
The Lab, L-A-B. And it's the awards ball, and it's going to be a packed house. And
you should get your tickets ahead of time online? Or?
No, I would just get there around midnight.
What do they cost?
Anywhere between $30 and $35.
What does it go to?
That goes towards somebody's pocket, and plus They also give a lot of prizes, like $1,000 for category, $200 for category, because they give out a lot of money. That's how they attract the participants. And
but do look up Leave It on the Floor, because I'm telling you, it's the greatest voguing movie ever made. It's not voguing, it's the greatest transsexual. I mean, it's absolutely. I call it the sequel to Paris is Burning, not to replace yours.
Well, let me explain about how do I look. As you may or may not know, Paris is Burning was completely rejected by the ball community because of its exploitation.
Oh.
Did you know that?
No, I didn't, and I thought it was awfully sad in ways.
Jenny Livingston was never invited back to the ball community.
Oh.
After the film was released, there was no still cameras allowed, no video cameras allowed, because of her exploitation. So I came around because I was aware of that problem and worked together with the ball community and see what they wanted to be the next film like.
Well, that's what happened with Leave It on the Floor. They got 400 film students at UCLA. This guy who was a professor there had access to all this free lab and free camera work. In 30 days, they went out and did a voguing, not a documentary, but just sort of a story. And what happens is they fall in love with these people. You get to know them. Then one of them gets killed, and you have the funeral. And at the funeral, the head of the voguing house gets up and starts talking about the person who was killed by the male name, my son Sean, right?
Yeah.
And that's what the head of the house begins using the female name, and then the father gets up in the church and been singing, I must stop here, his name was Sean, he was my son. And it's the most brilliant exchange in a church, in a black church, with all the members of the house, the trans house, sitting on one side of the aisle and all the proper family members on the other.
Yeah.
And it deals with the most important issue of our time, and that's the reality that within the black church there's such they get tied up and go out and vote for some Republican who's going to deny their kids education and opportunity just because they don't approve of gay marriage. So they have their own religious prejudices exploited and are actually tricked into voting against their own interests.
Wonderful. I can give you another piece of information that involves the Apollo Theater, if you like.
Sure, give me you're good.
Okay, on April 28th, there is at the Apollo Theater something they used to have in the 60s called the Fabulous Fakes, which is trans performers dressing up as Cher and celebrities, and also they decided to include a voguing contest. So I'll be producing on April 28th the voguing contest at the Apollo Theater for the Fabulous Fakes evening.
I'm trying to make that too. I'm very interested in attending more of these events. Except usually the hours are so terrible. Like you say, be there by midnight. Be there by midnight.
I know the feeling. It's like my third wind has to kick in before I can make those 3 a.m. voguing balls at Tuesday night at Esqualita.
You work a regular schedule otherwise or something, right?
I live
normal 9 to 5 life.
I need a whole day for recovery.
I'll probably need a week for recovery, but I'll try to be there. Thank you very much. I might put that on YouTube too, if you don't mind.
Okay, anything you like.
Thank you.